let's turn our attention ahead to Sunday, the final. There'll probably be a really good crowd there now, so that's obviously going to lift South Africa. But Australia in the way, that is a monumental, bigger than that mountain to overcome. How can South Africa surprise Australia or just discomfort them enough so that they give themselves the best chance of winning?
Well, I think the areas that South Africa can improve on from today's match, apart from Shabnim Ismail, I think probably at the start of the innings, they weren't great with their bowling, their lines and lengths. Marizanne Kapp took a little while to kind of get into it. Probably didn't have the best game with the ball. They have an ability, because of their bowlers, to put some pressure and have some impact early on in the power play. If they do that, and if I think based on what we're seeing these two semi-finals, whoever wins the toss will bat first. It's a final, runs on the board, and so if they're able to bowl second, they could certainly put a bit of pressure on the Australian side. The other thing is that they've got to soak it up. Today's match was really special, and I've been saying this as well, that it's a time to celebrate cricket as a whole, not just them as individuals making their first ever final, but what the collective have done to get them there. And that's past players, past administrators, the volunteers out there in club cricket land to give them their opportunity. Everyone's had an impact by so many different people. So remember those people. Remember what they have done to get you to that stage. If they can do that, and if they can feed off the energy of Newlands, which was unbelievable, like, sorry guys, I cannot explain how good it was, then you never know what might happen. And the Australians will know that. But from an Australian perspective, you kind of feel that was their best game. Can they back it up again? It's a lot of emotion to get them into the final. Can they dig deep into their reserves?
Yeah, both sides have had such tight semi-finals to just get there, so that'll be interesting to see how they back up. Any changes for either side, or do you expect them to go in with the same sides?
I expect similar sides, unless there's a little niggle that's come out of this game. The Australians look good. I think Jess Jonathan deserves to be back into the side. Just her experience, we saw that in the first semi-final. And yeah, for South Africa, why would you change it?
No, why would you? Don't change a winning side.
Correct.
I guess the big question is, Lisa, who's going to win?
Yeah, look, I think Australia, given their experience and playing regularly in these crucial matches, and you talk about the emotion of getting through. Remember last T20 World Cup semi-final, Australia, luckily to get onto the park and then get across South Africa, like really a lot of emotion was spent there. But then they just soaked up the atmosphere. I think they'll enjoy playing in front of the big crowd. They'll absolutely lap it up. So given their experience, their depth, I think Australia will come across the line.